Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
A community of friends, family, fellow officers, National Guardsmen, and members of the public paid their respects to fallen police officer Cody Holte today. Holte was shot several times last Wednesday, dying in the line of duty. Grand Forks Police Chief Mark Nelson said that when Cody was on duty, there was no need to worry. Tonight, he's also remembered as a wonderful husband and father. He leaves behind his wife Amanda and son Gunnar. Cody Holte was laid to rest late this afternoon in Halstead, Minnesota, where he grew up. And Valley News Team's Katie Opperly is live there right now in Halstead as the community lights up the town blue in his honor. She joins us. Katie?
Mike, that's right. This town is now lit very brightly with bright blue lights. You can see an example of this right behind me at the Halstead Telephone Company. What we were told today is that 400 blue lights were given out within the community, and they wanted to make sure that every single person had one of these lights so that they could properly honor Cody Holte. We're also told that they went door to door. I tagged along with them as they went to every single home within the community to make sure that everyone could get one of these blue lights. It was an experience that they say that they wanted to do to make sure that the Holte family feels the love of their community. The lights are completely free and a simple gesture to remember a man that meant so much to this community. Some say it's an appropriate dedication to him as they light up this town in his honor, as the Holte family has always been a driving force and a light that shines here in Halstead.
We'll just light this town up in blue and show our support for somebody who died for us, to protect us, and what an honor.
Cody was the son you wanted, the husband you want. And we want that to live on, and we want his son, Gunny, to remember him, and he's not going to forget because nobody will let him. He is truly an inspiration.
Although these lights were free to the complete community, we are told that donations were given by many of the people that they delivered these lights to. These donations will go directly to the Holte family. For now, reporting live in Halstead, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Katie. The community also says these lights will shine not only tonight for Cody, but from here on out. Here's a sign that not all the rioters from last weekend left the Red River Valley, and were not all from out of town. There's word tonight that 2 more arrests have been made. Fargo police identifying one of them as Abdurrahman Habib. He's 21 and he's from Fargo. The Metro Street Crimes Unit took him in on a charge of arming rioters. Tonight he's in the Clay County Jail. And a juvenile was also arrested for criminal mischief. He's in the Juvenile Detention Center. And authorities would also like you to identify several additional individuals from Saturday night's riot. And they've provided us with photos. We've posted them all, there's quite a few of them, on our VNL News app. Go there, take a look, and if you have any information, text a tip to 701-730-8888 or call their tip line at 701-241-5777. The military says no suspects are being sought in the shooting that left 2 airmen dead at the Grand Forks Air Force Base early yesterday morning. A base spokesperson tells us that the 2 airmen found dead Monday morning were the only ones involved in the incident. She would not comment whether investigators believe the shooting was an apparent murder-suicide. That shooting occurred at a dormitory on base for single enlisted airmen early in their military careers. The names of the deceased airmen may be released tomorrow. Officials say that trucker who came close to plowing his semi into protesters near Minneapolis will be released from jail. The incident happened during a George Floyd protest over the weekend, but no one was seriously injured. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield explains investigators now say there's no evidence that the driver did that on purpose.
It started as a bold yet calm demonstration, and then trouble rolled in. A tanker plowing through a crowd of thousands, barely missing a cyclist, barely missing catastrophe.
All of a sudden we look up, we hear honk, 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 semi coming like 50 miles an hour.
Turns out the trucker was going even faster.
When you didn't see the bodies under the tires of the truck, it was, frankly, possibly a miracle. Because the driver was doing 70 miles an hour, as we understand it, or in that range.
Still, top officials don't believe it was malicious, saying MnDOT had not finished closing off exits when the driver merged on 35.
I think you had somebody did something really stupid, got in a dangerous situation by people on the highway, feels incredibly lucky that he did not kill someone, and is really lucky that Minnesotans showed their better angels and he did not get killed.
In fact, the governor says protesters who pulled him out of the truck were trying to protect him.
The cops showed up real fast.
WCCO has learned the driver was returning from making a run at this refuel station on Lyndale.
That gentleman that delivered the gas was the only gentleman out of his whole company that wanted to deliver gas to a black-owned station that he delivers at least 14 times a week.
Officials say the investigation is still open to see if any part of this was intentional.
He's part of feeding his family. That's what he was part of. Just like we're part of feeding our family. That's all any of us are trying to do.
Officials say that the case against the driver has been deferred pending further investigation. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says the state has filed civil rights charges against the Minneapolis Police Department over the death of George Floyd. The governor acknowledges that peace in the streets will happen once systemic issues are addressed.
Minnesota has one of the strongest civil rights laws in the country. It is illegal for police departments to discriminate against someone because of their race. This is the first time that the state is launching a civil rights investigation into the systemic discriminatory practices of the largest police department in the state.
The governor also addressed the president's order to deploy more active military members to Minnesota. He says sending more National Guard to Minneapolis will not create peace. Plans have been released for memorials and public viewing of George Floyd. The first event takes place Thursday in Minneapolis, where Floyd died while in police custody. A memorial will be held at North Central University at 1 o'clock. A public viewing and memorial is scheduled for Saturday, this one in Rayford, North Carolina, where family live. And the last of the planned memorial events happen in Floyd's hometown of Houston. Next Monday, there will be a public viewing and a memorial the following day. The University of North Dakota is looking into what it describes as a video recording deemed inappropriate by UND athletics. The recording shows a student athlete that was earlier used in a recent UND athletics season ticket graphic. The school says it made a mistake featuring the student athlete. The athlete is seen and heard using a derogatory word. It adds that the video recording is even more unfortunate at a time when so many communities are struggling with questions of racial diversity and equality. Bars and restaurants in Minnesota can expand outdoor dining to trunk highway right-of-way space where commercial activity is normally restricted. The governor's executive order is meant to provide flexibility for businesses without existing outdoor dining space and help improve the public health by allowing more space for distancing in outdoor dining. This executive order is effective immediately upon approval by the Minnesota Executive Council. Minnesota is now reporting another 22 COVID-19 related deaths, including a Clay County resident. The state total is now at 1,072. 310 new positives were reported today, bringing the active case count to 4,055. North Dakota is reporting another 4 deaths linked to COVID-19. All of the deaths reported today were Cass County residents. The state's death toll now stands at 65. Only 22 new positive tests were reported today. The active case count is now at 454 in the state. We'll learn more tomorrow morning about COVID-19 in the metro. A briefing is slated for 11 a.m. and will include public health experts at the local level, as well as metro healthcare systems, Sanford Health, and Essentia Health. Valley News Live will be streaming on our website and the VNL News app. There's been some possible sightings, but Moorhead police are still looking for a man. There he is, 26-year-old Warren Misovich from Fargo, after they tried to stop him several times during a pursuit this afternoon. Video shared with Valley News Live shows officers trying to stop the truck that he was said to be driving. He kept going. Eventually, officers ended the pursuit. Police say that Misevich is facing a variety of charges, and if you know of his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Red River Dispatch Center. The search continues tonight for the person who stole a car and crashed it in North Fargo. Investigators say the driver hit a cable median barrier on Interstate 29 near 19th Avenue North. This happened just before 1 a.m., then took off on foot from the crash. Troopers say it doesn't appear the driver was injured, but police couldn't find them when they searched the area. A car was reported stolen earlier in the night in Fargo.